Yes, we're about to do it. How's that for a beginning? Yeah. Thank you, Russell and Mary. Okay. So we're going to get started here. And, it's only, 10 o'clock, really. We got plenty of time. Good morning, everybody. Oh, my goodness gracious sakes alive. What a good morning. It's supposed to be a little bit sunshiny later today, I think. So we're... Okay. I can dream. Yes, so... Well, we want to get started, and I want to say this morning that how do we start usually now? We use a welcome, and then we have our music a little later here. But boy, this was a good beginning. Thank you, guys. Let's see. When you come here to find some spiritual sustenance, I think we come here more to find community. We find a gathering together of you and me and all of us, and we become this spiritual family. So I'd like to ask is there anyone here visiting for the very, very first time? If you are, thank you. We're glad you're here. We hope you like what you hear. We hope you like what you see. We hope you'll come back. We have a nice little packet that one of our practitioners, Kathy Prather, is going to give to you. In there you'll find some interesting things. There's a Science of Mind magazine in there that's just full of good stuff. Get a chance to look through that. That's really good. Anybody else who's here for the second time? Third time? Okay. Reverend Linda Findley is going to be our Message of the Morning presenter. Oh my God, when we say her name, all right, I'd have to do this. We'll just do that. Let it be. But we'll move right along here, and I want to do some. Let's do some messages of the morning. There's not a lot of them here. Thank you for not wearing your mask today. We always say thank you for wearing your mask. We want you to know that if you do feel comfortable, more so, put that mask back on. It's okay. It's just fine. But, I look out here and I see these smiling faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 105 of you. It's great. It's just great. And next week, we have a new speaker, Reverend Don Kerr. But did you see the title on your program, what that's going to be? I'll rest when I'm dead. What in the world is that all about? Oh, my gosh. I'll find out. If you come back, perhaps you'll find out, too. So we also like to, you know what? Why don't we go into a congregational song right now? Let's do that. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. All right.
But microphones aren't quite ready yet.
Okay.
So we got our sound guy on.
Yeah, our sound guy.
Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing. Oops.
Whoop.
She's
There's
live.
one.
No. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, you could take that one down.
yeah, you can bring mine down too.
Testing, 1, 2, and then we go. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Testing. Testing. Testing.
Ba-da-da, that's a little loud. Can you take it down? Just a little bit. Way down. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, this is in the program. It's Bodhisketchko.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit. Here you go. Spirit, guide my day. Open my heart to live your way. Ready? Start again. Thanks everybody for your patience. We had a hard time getting started this morning. Not
Okay.
everybody showed up, but here we are now.
You're not in the right key.
I'm not? You're right. Much better. Spirit, guide my day. Open my heart to live your way. Teach me to hear your voice. Open my heart to the freedom of choice. Spirit, guide my day. Yeah. Open my heart to live your way. Yeah. Teach me to hear your voice. Open my mind to the spirit of choice. Spirit, guide my day. Open my heart to live your way. Teach me to hear your voice. Open my mind to the freedom of choice. One more time. Spirit, yeah, guide my day. Nice. Open my heart to live your way. Teach me to hear your voice. Open my mind to the freedom of choice. Spirit. Good job. Thank you. Yeah.
We sing with you.
Yeah, you can sing with me if you, it's a simple one. You are sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love is all that you are. Again, you are sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are blessed peace. A blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy is all that you are. Yeah, sing it. You are deepest joy is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace.
Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place.
Such a holy place. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are. Nice.
Thank you. My goodness, that was nice.
Thanks.
That was better than good, you know? That means it's pretty doggone good. Okay, before we go any further, what we like to do is set this morning in place. We kind of put a framework around why we're here. We go into prayer. And to lead us into an invocation, we have one of our practitioners here, our senior practitioner, Kathy Prather. Kathy?
A senior practitioner who was having a senior moment and forgot what I was doing. Okay. What a wonderful morning. Wonderful to see all of you here. And we just joined together this morning in knowing that this is indeed the day the Lord has made. And we rejoice in it, and we are glad. And so we know that God is all there is, and that God is who we are. We are God expressing. Each one of us have that God spark. Each one of us are unique, and each one of us bring our special talent, our uniqueness to this service today. We are here to learn, to listen, to be open, and to be awake, alive, and aware. So I know today's service is joyful, I know it is healing, and I know that love flows. I know this for myself, and I know it for everyone here this morning, and I know that we will so enjoy Reverend Linda's message for us this morning. It's such a joy to have her here. And with that, I say, would you join me in saying, and so it is. And we have an affirmation in your program at the bottom. And let's say this together, please. Within this moment and beyond this moment, my life is unfolding as a beautiful adventure. My life is a wonder-filled world and wonderful. And so it is.
Thank you, Kathy. Now, don't you feel prayed in? Before we start our morning, the ministers and the practitioners meet in a little hidden room back here. It's called the secret room. You have to have a special invitation to come back there. We go back and we pray in. We put your names, we put your personage, I guess you might say, into our prayers there. And we see you as who you really are. These wonderful, wonderful godlings here to join in and become a spiritual family with us. So thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. And you sprung forward this morning. That's nice. Okay.
Nice.
One of the nicest things we do on a morning like this is we have a reading. Yes, it's out of the Science of Mind magazine, and we have different congregants who volunteer to do the reading. Today, we have a volunteer called Carol Hottle, her name. She's from Portland, and she's here to read out of the Science of Mind magazine, a very special reading. Carol, would you come forth? She said she drove all the way down and the sun wasn't shining.
I live in Beaverton, and it was like so much rain, I couldn't see the road here.
Yow.
So I was praying.
Well, we prayed for you.
I could give us vaccine. is always fun to be up here where people like Reverend Don speak. This reading today is Experience the Joy of Spirit. And the quote for this morning, we have two of these within this reading. I covenant, I love that word covenant. I covenant for my joyous song of life and will do nothing to be joyful. My joy is the joy of the Spirit. That is from Emma Curtis Hopkins. From Ernest Holmes, there is a laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There is a song of the universe. Let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise. Let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty. There is a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it. And I want to just say, my thoughts with the people of Ukraine. I'm sure we all feel that way. My joy is the joy of spirit. My love, the heartbeat of the divine. I live and breathe and have my being in the body of the infinite mind. The universe's stage delights and dazzles me, and joy springs forth from me in wild abandon. There is no measurement of God's expression and no limits to my own. I open my eyes and see before me the absolute givingness of life. I rest in the spirit of life and dwell only on its good. I listen deeply to the symphony of the universe and open my heart fully for the abundance of love and joy that expresses as me and through me the music of the divine. I open my mind and allow my new reality to be one of infinite good, infinite beauty, and infinite contentment. Spirit shapes the magnificence of my life, and I direct it with loving authority. I am a songbird that knows only one note, the sweetness of remembering exactly who I am. I let Spirit use me to my fullest. Every thought and deed are the activities of the infinite mind, and my life is an immeasurable and incomparable goodness, overflowing my cup with holy wonder and divine certainty. I give the wholeness of me to the wholeness of God's grace. I revel in its jubilation of the life I get to live. I am joy unfolding, and I need be nothing more. Our affirmation is, my joy is the joy of spirit, and I am grateful for its unfoldment in me.
Thank you, Carol. That Science of Mind magazine has so much good stuff in it. Yeah, you bet. And that's one of the things right there. We do love our readers. We do love our musicians. Yeah. You bring the morning to us and you put it in place, so we really appreciate that. Can we have some more music right now? That would be wonderful.
So.
Yeah, great.
This is a tune by Al Jarreau that we just love. Everything we do with good intent won't ever disappear. It only ripples into habit, and it's ever deep, 'cause it's no accident that you and I are here, and you and I were meant to happen. There's one thing that I know. It's a gift unto the giver. It's a random act of love every day. Find a cause and let it flow just like a river unto the random act of love. One simple thing.
Really touch somebody.
Make somebody smile inside.
What joy it brings. Really touch somebody. Love's a win-win, heart reliever. Good for the giver as it is the receiver.
An open heart can change the world we know into a loving place. reviving everything that's given in it, every spark, another chance to grow. Let love illuminate the place where light is dimming. There's one thing that I know. It's a gift unto the giver. It's a random act of love every day. Find a cause and let it flow just like a river. And to a random act of love, one simple thing.
Really touch somebody.
Make somebody smile inside.
What joy it brings. Really touch somebody. Love's a win-win, heart reliever. Good for the giver as it is the receiver.
Yeah. One thing that I know, it's a gift to the giver. One thing that I know, let it flow like a river. One thing that I know, it's a gift to the giver. One thing that I know, it's a random act of love.
Russell and Mary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to take a moment here to escort someone to our message stage. If I call, you go with me.
Okay, we'll take each other down.
This is Reverend Linda Findley. In case you have never heard her speak, you're in for a treat. Wow. You know, she's been at this business of preaching and teaching and whatever you want to call this wonderful philosophy of science of mind. 20 years plus years?
22.
22. She's been in Oregon for 15 years, and she is the senior minister of Eugene's Centers for Spiritual Living. She is really responsible for helping Reverend Moore and myself to make this a spiritual home that it is. She started it all out. When we went to visit her, we had lunch together, and she put on an encouragement blessing upon us. We still have it. Reverend Linda Findley.
So good to see. Oh, let's double check the 7 years ago. Our fathers brought forth on this continent. We're good. Okay, she says we're good back there. Perfect. All right. Today the topic, strangely enough, is a spoonful of humor is the medicine. It is the medicine. And in this crazy time that we're in right now, in this challenging time that we're in right now, in this, oh my God, what the heck is going on time that we're in right now.
Linda, are you turned off? Did you turn it off?
Oh, sweetie, am I? It's green. You know, on daylight savings Sunday, all bets are off. We have to be incredibly gentle with one another, incredibly kind. There, it's working now. Now it's on. Incredibly kind to one another, incredibly patient with one another. In other words, we need to be religious scientists, okay? We need to practice love. So, the theme this this year is living everyday wonder. Seeing the joy and the wonder in everything that is. I was talking to Russell and Mary before, bring out our inner 2-year-old to go, wow, every now and again, and to see the grace and the wonder and the beauty that is in the world all around us. And this month, the theme is play. And as we look at the idea of playing, and we watch what's going on around the world, as we come through the pandemic, as we come through racial inequity, as we come through, by the way, whoever created this beautiful altar, bless you, thank you. Ruth, that was you, thank you. Honoring Ukraine, honoring the Irish who had their own diaspora in their own way. We have much to care about, and yet the current conditions don't feel very playful, but play, as that beautiful reading that was done earlier there's a song to sing, we need to sing it. Play is a sacred activity, and it heals body, mind, and spirit. And you notice the title is A Spoonful of Humor. It's not a bucket load of humor, it's not a barrel of humor, it's not a binge watch of humor. It's a spoonful of humor. To put things in balance. Our lives can tend to get really out of balance. I don't know about you. I grew up on Chet Huntley and David Brinkley and the Today Show. I'm showing my age there, but a few of you out here were around back then. And I was raised that it's appropriate. You watch the news. And then I went through a phase of life where it's like, I'm not even looking at this stuff. I don't care. I don't want to know. And now with everything that's going on, I am back to, I need to see this, and yet there's a place in me that doesn't want to see this. There's a place in me that doesn't want to know what's going on with all kinds of things. And the bottom line is, no matter what's going on, I'm in a position where I can walk away from it. There are other people in the world who can't walk away. And so I need to hold some kind of balance so that I can see a solution. And what happens is when I am living in fear, when I am looking at all this and going, oh my God, we're all going to die, this is the end of the world as we know it, the bombs are going to fall and that's going to be it, I can't think clearly then. I can't make wise decisions then. I can't be part of a solution then because I'm so focused on the problem. And so part of this teaching, one of the crucial parts of this teaching, is it's how we look at things. How we look at things changes things. Our perspective changes things. As we look at something, if we walk around it and we see it from different angles, we see different things that we didn't see before. And so what I want to talk about is how we use our words. Take a moment just here and imagine that you have a problem. And see where your head goes, see where you tighten in your body, see how your brain starts working in a certain way, and now just let that go. What if I called it a project? Does your brain react differently now when you hear the idea of a project? I've got a project I'm working on. To me, it feels a little different than a problem. A problem kind of feels insurmountable, but a project feels like something I can do. The idea of, am I working with something or am I playing with it? That one's a little more dramatically different. Am I working on an idea or am I playing with an idea? I get a little different mental energy. So how I look at things, how I talk about things, how I talk about and act about what's going on helps my brain work in different ways, helps my emotions come together in different ways. It's all about getting out of the details and into the big picture. How many of you remember way, way back when Edgar Mitchell took that photo of the moon? Or of the Earth from up there, from the moon, And we saw the earth. The earth. With there's no borders, there's no boundaries, there's nothing there. It's just this beautiful orb. It's this planet. And the interesting thing is, there was a fellow named Fred Hoyle, an English astronomer, who in 1948, that's a couple years back, that's way before we went to the moon, wrote, "Once a photograph of the Earth is taken from the outside, once a photo taken of the Earth from the outside is available, a new idea as powerful as any in history will be let loose." A new idea, something that trains our energy and attention on wonder, not wounding, on awe, not war. And I think if we can step back as we're looking at all this stuff and step back and look at our beautiful planet. And if you've got an old globe, spin it around and look at it. You know, we've got Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic. If you look, there's no walls. It's all one ocean. It's just named based on where it is. There's only one ocean. And there was originally only one continent, and it's slowly split apart. We are needing to look at big picture things now, and in order to look at big picture things, we need to be playful. We need to take ourselves a little less seriously. We need to get that sense of awe and wonder. I don't know if anybody else had this response, but when I first saw the images, I went to the local junior college and saw the images of the Hubble telescope and all of those amazing galaxies way out, it was like there was this tiny thing at the base of my brain. I was, kind of like E.T. phone home. I don't, but there was just, it was a recognition. It was like, I know this. This is who I am. This is me. And I can't impress upon everybody enough how we need to be able to do that what if kind of energy. But in times like this, it's really hard to stay present and find joy in anything, in the troubling times, to access our joy. Growing up, Albert Schweitzer was amazing to me. I found him a remarkable soul. The work that he did in Africa, the work that he did with music, he was a Renaissance man in the 20th century. And I've studied him and read his biographies and so forth, but he says here, there is within each of us a modulation, an inner exaltation, which lifts us above the buffetings with which events assail us. Lifts us above. Likewise, it lifts us above dependence on the gifts of events for our joy. It is not events that bring us joy. Do you know that I'm an English major. I was an English major way back before nerd. And the etymology of the word enjoy, the structure of the word enjoy, the prefix en means to bring to. So when you enjoy something, what are you doing? You are bringing the joy. It isn't the gift that brought you the joy. It isn't the person that brought you the joy. You brought the joy to the situation. And so it's a reminder constantly with all these words, everything that we do serves to remind us, and it's that old story when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Well, I have to tell you, sweeties, the teacher's been standing there like, la, 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 ooh, I'm here. And we're just going along like this, and then someday something happens, and you go, oh my God, the teacher, oh, this is so wonderful. Where's it been? It's been there all along. The good that we're seeking has been there all along. It's always around us. It's always with us. It's waiting for us to wake up to it. But when we are lost in the pain of our compassion and our empathy, we've got to give ourselves permission a little spoonful of humor, a little spoonful of joy, to take delight in the beautiful sunflowers, to take delight in things, not let them make us think of sorrowful things, but to lift us up and help us to see something richer, something fuller, something more wondrous than we've been thinking about. Peace and joy, I'm going to repeat myself here, but peace and joy are not found outside of us. We have to go within, we have to find them within us. And so, years ago, when I first got into this teaching 25, 27, 8 years ago, whenever it was, way back then, I liked the idea of love, God being all there is, and being in and through everything, because I'm a bit of a druid at heart, and I think everything is sacred. I always have felt everything and everyone is sacred, the plants, the animals, the earth, the creepy crawlies, everything. It's all worthy of my respect and my care and my love. And so I like that aspect of it. And yet I was a child of the 60s, so I was really wanting to be an activist. And this was all about, no, you have to go within first. You have to heal within. You don't go out in the world and do stuff until you've done stuff within. And at first I didn't get that. I got it and I did it, but I always felt a little, well, I want to share with you what I believe the reasoning is behind that. If I go out and try to fix or heal the world, and within me I am at war with myself. I'm feeling frustration. I don't know how to love myself. I don't know how to find joy in myself. I don't know how to find good. And I am trying to do all this good work from a wounded place. The work that I do is going to be poisoned by what's within me. And so my work now in ministry is to help each of us find that way in us, so that yes, I can go out and I can work towards, I can play with the idea of good, of working towards solutions, of playing with solutions, of being an energy and a vessel of solutions without having anger or rage in my heart at what is going on. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, hate is too great a burden to bear. And what happens is when we are righteously indignant and we come at things from a place of anger, we run the risk of becoming what it is that we're working to stop. We start finding ourselves behaving like the very thing we're trying to put an end to. It's scary how easily we can slide away from the joy of life and the possibilities of life to our frustration at not being able to fix it. And so this is why we do the inner work before we go out in the field and try to do the outer work, because it empowers us to learn how to love ourselves. It empowers us to grow within ourselves. I was actually going to share that quote, "There's a laughter of God, let's laugh it," but you've already heard it. Would you like to hear it again? Yes. There is a laughter of God, let's laugh it. There is a song in the universe, let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise, let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty, there is a deep, abiding peace, let's experience it. For an old Maine guy, Dr. Holmes was such a vibrant soul. He really liked the juiciness of life. He was not stodgy, he was not solemn, he did not take himself seriously. He loved a good joke. If you ever get a chance to hear some of his radio broadcasts from the 40s and 50s, he has a few zingers. One time he says, people who say, you know, well, if you get sick, that's God's will. And he says, well, if you fall and break your leg, is that God's will too? And if it is God's will, should you just lay there and let yourself rot? I thought, well, okay, that's a good point you're making there, Ernie. But the bottom line to all of this is, if we get so stuck in our despair and our feeling of hopelessness, and I think that's what a lot of us are feeling right now. We watch what's going on, we look at what's happening, whether it's with COVID, whether it's with racial inequity, whether it's with Ukraine, whether it's with whatever, and we start to feel helpless. And that helplessness can often begin to make us feel hopeless. And these things can't stop us from being part of the solution. And so the little bits of humor that we can find, the little bits of joy that we can find, the little bits of sunlight that we can take with us are what put us in the place to be someone who can create a healing, who can come up with an idea that I could do this. That's one thing I could do. I could do this. We all were born with gifts. We all were born with wondrous good things, and we need to remember that the gift that we're given can be grown and amplified in every way, shape, and form as we move through our lives and through our days. I have a poem by Hafiz I would like to share with you because it is really apropos of this, and hopefully you enjoy. Hafiz. I sometimes forget that I was created for joy. My mind is too busy. My heart is too heavy for me to remember that I have been called to dance the sacred dance of life. I was created to smile, to love, to be lifted up, and to lift others up. O sacred one, untangle my feet from all that ensnares. Free my soul that we might dance and that our dancing might be contagious. And my friend Alice Reed, who shared this, Reverend Alice Reed, maybe the reason our hearts are breaking open right now as we witness the pain and suffering of others is because some part of us knows we were designed to be loved and to experience joy and beauty. When I say those words, can you even identify with them? You are designed to be loved and to experience joy and beauty. That's why you're here. To be loved and to experience joy and beauty. I'm reminded of a movie from about 20 years ago, which is poignantly relevant. A Beautiful Life, wherein the father does everything he can. They're in a concentration camp, but he convinces everyone to let his son know it's a game. Because why should his short life be threatened by the horror that's going on around? Viktor Frankl wrote that if he hadn't found a way to find joy and to find some humor, he would never have made it out of the camp. It's not rude to be humorous. It's not thoughtless or uncaring. It's a pressure valve that allows us to release all that we're feeling so that we can come back and serve with our great gifts in a greater way. in closing, because it's almost St. Patrick's Day. Patrick Otwama, we wish you the perspective that will expand your world, your universe, in order to continue the work of wonder. In all your conflicts and those of the world, we join with you in hoping and working for war to give way to what is flourishing, expansive, and protected. So mote it be. If we can just remember, there is always something to smile at. Just a spoonful. Just a spoonful. That's all you need. And trust me, it will heal your heart. Thank you, Reverend Don.
Thank you, Linda. Oh my gosh. You give out hugs on those things.
Bless you, bless you.
See, I told you were in for a treat. Ah, yes.
Way to go. You know, I think we want to have some more music, aren't we?
Oh, don't have to ask me twice.
Okay, okay. Russell and Mary. Yes. Can't beat some music.
Whoops.
Testing. Yeah.
Testing, testing.
Is my guitar on?
Yes.
Oh, now it's off. I caught it. Thank you. All right, this song was written by Jan Garrett and J.D. Martin. They're artists in this New Thought, Ancient Wisdom community that we really love. So we're going to do one of their tunes, Living in the Heart of God.
Yeah. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. Morning sun coming through the trees, green leaves shimmer in the summer breeze, songbirds singing to the honeybees, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. After the dazzle of day is done, the moon makes love to the setting sun. The stars come twinkling one by one, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. sleep in dreams, do you deep and bright, sailing through the velvet night, refreshing the soul to the spirit's delight, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
It's easy.
We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
Nice. Let's do it again.
One
living.
we are living. Gotta talk fast.
So
we are
coordinated.
living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. We are living in the heart of God. We are living in the heart of God.
Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, this is our time as our hearts are open, living in the heart of God, that we can show our appreciation for having a place to come like this and hear music like that and a message like we've heard, and to be with other kindred spirits that know that they're here also for a great, grand reason. In your program, in fact, we are going to have two people come forward that have served so very well in gathering up the gatherings every Sunday morning, not every, but many Sunday mornings. Shannon, and way in the back, hiding is Carol. And if you two would come forward, we'll give you these wonderful receptacles, as they call them, big as a barrel. Yes. Flat as a pancake. And we're just going to look at our program here now and see this, what we call our offering affirmation. Let's say it together now. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is. All right. We'll have some music.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Nice. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
The blessings of the infinite are upon us now. For we have life, we have love, we have energy, we have joy, all in our hearts, spreading throughout our entire beings. We're just grateful for the gifts that are given this morning from the hearts of those who are here. And we know that the universe brings peace and joy, a bit of humor, into all of life. For this we give thanks, and let us say together,
And so it is.
Does it have a picture on it? What's the picture?
Huh.
Golden lab dog? Anybody?
Anybody?
All right. Is it time?
It's time.
Yes.
Let there be peace on earth.
Oh, we have one last thing to do, Russell.
One more.
We have a prayer.
Yes. The prayer of protection. You know what it is, right? It's called the prayer of protection. It's in your program. So
Oh,
take a
good.
look. And I think most of you know by hand.
Oh, yes.
By heart, stand up. Let's stand up and say this thing with our heartfelt joy and life.
Yes.
The life
Of God surrounds us.
the love of God enfolds us.
The power of God protects us.
The presence of God
Watches over us.
wherever we are. God is, and all is well. Let's sing.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each other and live each other in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Walk in the joy of the eternal. Always.
We can do that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
We did it.